Hello there. Welcome. We are going to be sewing these super soft burp cloths today. I have made them in the past, but these are strictly out of flannel and a little piece of craft batting. Y'all, I got these at the Dollar Tree. Can you believe it? They are so pretty, so soft, so thick, good quality, and they match. And I got this at Hobby Lobby because it's cheaper to get it there, and it's just cotton batting. You don't have to use cotton batting if you don't want to, but I am to make them thicker, so when they do, the nasty that they do, spitting up and all that junk, it's thicker. So you want to pre-wash all your fabrics, because they're cotton and they will shrink. I pre-wash everything anyway. Then I made this pattern out of freezer paper. You can pin them down, but since I made it out of freezer paper and it's waxy, all I gotta do is iron it and then cut around it. I love it. I love it. There's a tip for you. Easy peasy. If it wears out, you can wipe it off with a baby wipe sometimes and get all the fuzzy off. You can just pin it down, or you can make another one. Super simple. Super simple. I love it. Look, it just peels off. It re-sticks because it's waxy. So I'm going to do this to all my pieces. Now, see all those strings? Y'all, that's good compared to what I have done in the past. So a tip is if you wash your fabric on gentle cycle, it will at least cut the strings down by 50%, okay? And trust me, them strings are terrible. They wad your fabric all to pieces, and it's awful. It is awful. So, I had to swallow. Wash your fabric on the gentle cycle, okay? But make sure you pre-wash all your fabric, not your batting. And another thing I want to tell you, you can iron all this, but do not iron that batting. That batting is not all cotton. It's a cotton poly blend, and it will melt. And I did it. So it'll stick. It'll stick to your iron. I don't know what I was thinking. I forgot. I do that sometimes. My brain don't work. But I forgot, and I put my iron on it, and it stuck to my iron, and it melted. And you do not want to touch this with your iron. Now, the Wrap and Zap, you can iron, but this is not Wrap and Zap, and you don't want to get it mixed up with your Wrap and Zap either. So I'm just going to get my strings off, and I'm going to cut out all of my fabrics. Now I am just going to take these. Now, if you cut your pattern fully, you can cut all of these at the same time. You just lay that one down and lay the other fabric on top. Lay your full-size pattern down, and you can cut two at one time. I'm showing you here, you can use a rotary cutter, honey, but this girl ain't doing it. I would cut it to pieces. I just can't, so I'm using my scissors like old school, I'm just cutting it. So you're going to lay this on top of your batting, and you want the wrong side to the batting. So your right side is up. Sorry about my big old fat gray head. So when you get this cut, you're going to lay your other piece right sides together. So you have your wrong side of fabric showing, right sides of your fabrics together, and then let me say that again. Right sides of your fabrics together. Okay? And then you could put your interfacing, or your batting on either side. But you got to make sure that your batting is on one side and your two fabrics are together facing each other. Okay? Now, I flipped this over because I didn't want my feed dogs grabbing hold to my batting right there, because it's soft batting and it'll rip it. So I flipped it over to sew the cotton part down, but I'm actually using a walking foot. So it is going to catch both sides of the fabric and feed it evenly. So I didn't have to do this, but if you don't have a walking foot, you need to do this. And now I'm marking to leave a space open. I didn't leave it on the inside because leaving it open on the outside of this one, it just makes more sense and it's easier to deal with. So once I get these all cut out and pinned together, okay, put my craft batting back in the craft batting. And the reason I do that is because, hold on, I'll show you. Now I got to turn around and dig for the other batting. And if y'all hear me swallowing, I am so sorry. My allergies are bad. I don't know if it's because I wear dentures or what. But anyway, look at that. you got your Wrap and Zap and your craft batting are the same color, and you do not want to get those mixed up, because if you put craft batting in your microwave, it'll melt. Sorry about the saliva story. Just forgive me, okay? So I'm putting my pieces on here, and my needle's in the middle, and my edge of my fabric is on the outside, and I'm going fast. But y'all, this sewing machine my husband bought me when we first got married, and we've been married a long time. We've been married 20. Let's see, my youngest is 24. 25 years. We'll be married 25 years this year. No, we'll be married 26 years. You know, it's something like that. He don't hold it against me. Don't hold it against me either, okay? 20-something years we've been married, and I've had this machine. It's just, I had it there, and it was easy to put on the table. But anyway, don't forget to backstitch when you start and backstitch when you stop, and leave your opening open, okay? Y'all, I'm full of stories. Saliva, sewing machines, babies being born, dentures, all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what is my deal today. It might be that I've had 2 huge cups of coffee, like I'm working on my second thing of coffee over here. I don't know. It's just me. That's what it is. Okay. Once you get them cut, clip your little uglies off, and then flip them inside out. Right side out, right side out. I always say inside out. Flip them right side out. Okay? I'm swallowing again. I hope y'all don't hear me swallowing all these times, because it is sure enough embarrassing. Good Lord. I tried to get as far away from the mic and let you hear me as I could. So I don't know if you're hearing it or I'm just telling on myself. Anyway, make sure you roll your edges out, and then put your seams together, and then iron it. Iron it really, really flat. Now on this shape, I have to cut because it has that little thing in the middle, and this will help it lay flatter. And those little edges right there are really, really round. So I want to make sure that they lay flat. So I just give them a little snips. A little snip here and there. Snips. A little snip. And then flip it inside out. Make sure you get the fabric and not the batting and the... You don't want the batting on the outside. You want your 2 fabrics, okay? You see what I'm doing here. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Y'all are smart. I know you are. So I'm just going to stick my hand in there, because I got a big old hole in there. And my hand will fit in there, and I'm going to push it all out. And you might have to stretch it a little bit to get your seams flat. But now I'm going to take it to this machine again. And I'm not pinning it. You can pin it if you want to. I'm just being brave today. And I'm going to put it in the middle of my presser foot now. And then I'm going to go around and put a little top stitch around the top of this. This is my favorite walking foot. I'm almost positive I added it to my Amazon store. If I didn't, I will. And also, I've made these, and I'll try to link that video if I can find it. I don't even know if I have it listed under burpies. I don't know. But if I find it, I'll put it in here. And I make those with bath towels, and everybody loves them. But I had these, and I thought they were cute. So now what I'm doing, because it has that cotton batting in it, I am just taking and putting this on zigzag and putting it down to 0. So the zigzags don't zigzag, it doesn't move. It's like some have a button thing that you just push, but this one you just have to put it on zigzag and put it on 0 so it don't move on the stitch length. And I'm just putting little dots across this because I don't want it to separate, and I don't want my cotton to mess up. I don't want to put stripes in it or quilt it, because it's going next to the baby, and it would make it not soft anymore. And I want it soft. So I just put little dots all over it to hold it together. It's a wonderful little trick. And it's not that noticeable, honestly, if you use the same colors. And there they are. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Until next time, remember, you are a blessing. I'll try to link the original up in the cards, so all you got to do is click it. Goodbye.